Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time I'm going to be going over a new set, and then I'm going to go over a little bit of a market watch. So hopping right in, we can skip over all this because none of this really matters, and then we can go down here. So it says like Dark Arm Dragon, it's getting a reprint, Dante, new alternate art, Sky Striker Engage, which you can already see on DB. And this says plus some of the hottest cards like Rite of Air Monsieur. That's getting a reprint. That's a really big reprint because that card hasn't been reprinted yet. It's been out for over a year. Zeus is getting another reprint. Welcome Labyrinth's going to be getting a reprint. But also, this isn't coming out until June 21st. So, you know, this is like 4 months away. So don't expect this to change the price of this stuff right away, especially because people are going to need it for upcoming events, and there's going to be nationals, some nationals, before the June 23rd mark. So, you know, this stuff is still going to hold value, a lot of it, until then. And then I want to go over the Maze of Memories thing real quick. Now, this set comes out in like 2 weeks, but the reason why I wanted to go over this is because I see a lot of people picking up Baron de Fleur, Guardian Chimera, and these are both getting reprinted in this, and it's like, stop picking these cards up unless if you specifically need them over these next 2 weeks, because they're about to get reprinted and they're going to be worth less, obviously, after the reprint. So I wanted to throw that out there real quick. Now hopping into the actual cards, the first thing is just Labyrinth in general. These cards are getting a lot of hype right now because the deck is good. It's a good trap deck, which is not common to hear in Yu-Gi-Oh! As of recently, at least. And the deck is really nice. Honestly, Lady Labyrinth, just setting any trap from deck, like any normal trap that's broken, the deck can play Skill Drain. It resets D-Barrier, does D-Barrier multiple times, which D-Barrier is one of the most broken cards in the game because it has very little counterplay to it now. And yeah, so you can see the price of all this stuff going up. Obviously, like the collector rare, the Starlight, those are already gonna be worth a lot of money, but then they've gone up a lot more. And then we're seeing like Welcome Labyrinth. Big Welcome Labyrinth has gone down a lot. But Photon Hypernova was also opened a lot recently. And then also, I guess I can go ahead and do this too. Go ahead, click, and then go down to the Tactical Masters box itself. The box is only $53, and if you go ahead and you click like what's inside the box, like, you know, passing like the collector's rares, we have like Welcome Labyrinth that's $45. We have Ariana that's worth some money, you know, Tip's worth some money, Fountain's worth a little bit, Hugin's worth a little bit, but then obviously like the collectors are where a lot of the money comes from out of this set. And also a lot of people do like just opening Yu-Gi-Oh packs, so maybe if you just want to open a Yu-Gi-Oh box, maybe this is the one that you go ahead and try to buy. But me personally, I would not be trying to buy a Yu-Gi-Oh box when you could just buy singles. And then we got Dragoon. This card has got a lot of hype behind it. I'm not even going to scroll through how many of the Prismatic Secret Dragoons have been bought recently. This is due to Charlie Futch and John Wilkin getting second place at YCS Vegas with this in their deck. Also, I'll go ahead and look at how the Starlight Rare Dragoon has been doing, because I looked at it the other day. And yeah, okay, it's down to 308 now. I'm pretty sure it was at like 250 not long ago. Yeah, like right around 250, and then you can see it's just been going up since then. So this card's gone up about $50, and then after that it goes up more. And this is also, you know, it is a Dark Magician card. It does have Red Eyes Black Dragon in its name. It's a Starlight. So, like, this card in general is just going to be worth a lot, but then whenever it's going to have meta capabilities, it's going to go up even more. That's how most cards are in the game. But also, this is pretty much just going to be held at, this one actually just got posted. But this is going to be held at about $14.92 because Gamer Choice has about 221 of them at this price. So, they pretty much choose the market on this card. If they wanted to make this card more expensive, all of these would easily be bought, and that card could easily go up. But you know, at Gamer's Choice, if they just leave it that price, it's just gonna stay that price because of how many of them they have. But like, this card's getting bought so much. Like, it's like 2 p.m. right now, and like it's the 23rd, so like, you know, we've already had this many copies bought today. And also, you need 2 of it if you want to play it in the deck because of Kashtira. Next, Red of Aramis. This card, let me go ahead and refresh. I was going to say, this card probably hasn't really had that many more postings or anything. Yeah, not a lot of people with sales. Like $45, it's pretty much how much it was worth anyways. It's crazy, these people actually just bought these not long ago. But yeah, we can see the card, I guess, going down a very small amount. This card is seeing a lot of play right now in the Adventure Kashtira deck. So this card will definitely see play up until the reprint. And then next card, Gimmick Puppet Nightmare and Number Hunters. This card went crazy. I literally got multiples of these cards at like 50 cents not long ago because, you know, I was playing it in the Vegas list. And now this card's $17.50 for a near mint copy of it, which is crazy. If you have this card in your bulk, pull it out right now because this is probably the only time ever this card will be worth any money ever. And this card also easily could get hit with a reprint in some random set. And once it gets hit with a reprint, this card is worth pennies. So definitely, if you have this card, list it ASAP. Get rid of it. Honestly, undercut the market. This card should not be $17.50. I'm not even gonna lie. Look at this. Like, this is ridiculous. This is over just like the last week. But it's there for the expulsion play and branded. You pass it over to the opponent, and they can only summon Gimmick Puppets that turn. It doesn't activate, so you know you can't chalice it. It doesn't need to be face up, so you know you can't like Book of Eclipse to out it or anything. So once it's there, it's there. Now there is a substitution for this card, which is DD Orthoros. But there's a lot of problems with this card. You know, if you really want to ball on a budget, you know, you can get this card for fairly cheap. But this card, it does have a couple downsides. One, it locks them into Fiends, so you can still get hit with Lava Golem. Labyrinth can still easily play under this, but to be fair, if you're playing against Labyrinth, you're not going for the Gimmick Puppet anyways. It's mainly just like Lava Golem. Also, if you drop this on your opponent, you can only do it once. You can't reuse it. While the Gimmick Puppet, you can like Tragedy, reset Expulsion, or you could like Spriggan's Kit, get Expulsion or something like that, and then Expulsion re-Gimmick Puppet them again, so you can lock them 2 turns in a row, which is just auto game. This will return to the extra deck, so this won't work, because you can only do it once. And then the next card is Snow Unlight of Dark World. I actually didn't even know that was in its name. I just always called this called Snow Dark World. But the secret rare of this card right now for a near mint copy of it is about $15. This card, we've seen, actually seen Dark World do, people were talking about it leading up to Vegas, and a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people ended up playing the deck, and you even saw people like Simon He playing it, and I heard of other people playing. I'm not going to say their names in case they ended up not playing it, but I know they were talking about it prior to the event and stuff. So this is a deck that might end up just popping up out of nowhere. And if it does, the cards are going to go up in price. The thing is, this deck still has its downsides of it's like kind of like the other danger type decks where you can't play that many going second cards, which is a problem. But the deck does have a strong engine, especially if you can play it correctly. You kind of just auto win if you go first. It's a very toxic deck, I'm not going to lie. Then on to the next deck, or not next deck, the next card, Forbidden Lands. I talked about this card before. And this card kind of went up and then went down. And I was like, or while it was like kind of sitting there at like $3, I was like, yeah, a lot of people have been cutting this from their deck list. So, you know, wouldn't surprise me if this card went down. Then it went down. And then a lot of people have been playing it in their deck list again. So now the card's been going up. Like if you look at the original super rare from Storm of Ragnarok, you can see that a near mint first ed copy is currently sitting at $45. I didn't even know it was that high. Holy, that is crazy. Okay, that's actually ridiculous. $45. Yeah, I mean, if you got this card, get rid of it, because it is probably going to be a very long time until we see this card reach prices like this again. It is used in old format, which is one thing. We can see, well, that's not a verified seller. Okay, so we can see that, like, okay, and then this one's like $18 from the Noble Knight set. I like the Noble Knight gold cards like this. I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of clean. Then wanted to talk about Baron de Fleur. This card is selling a lot, like multiple sales today, and the card's getting reprinted in 2 weeks. I mean, to be honest, by the time you even get this card in from TCG Player, a week has already passed, and then 6 days later you're getting a reprint. So it's like, is it really worth buying this card right now? Probably not. A lot of people just probably don't even know that the card's getting a reprint, or they might need it for a tournament that's coming up very soon. Maybe they just want the original because they're rich. Then we can go over Chimera, Guardian Chimera. And this card, I was going to say, we're probably going to start seeing it. Oh, okay. That's probably like not English or something. Yeah, but we're going to start seeing this card's price go down a lot more. Yeah, we see that's sitting at about $37. The thing is, branded players do need this card right now. So it is sitting at $37, but it is getting reprinted very, very soon. So this card will be going down. And that's going to be it for the market watch. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. And with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.